And I'm Jan Wahl. There was a time San Francisco had movie palaces, movie theaters everywhere. It wasn't so long ago. Come on back and we'll go there and find out what we're missing now.
You can see that fog starting off the day, breaking up for this afternoon. More sunshine coming up into Sunday, not a rain cloud in sight. Temperatures will continue to warm, at least approaching the mid to upper 70s by Monday. We'll cool things off by Tuesday and Wednesday. Jan, hope you can enjoy all that sunshine coming up over the next few days.
Well, I'll try, Mark, but right now we're talking about going inside. We didn't need words, we had faces. Silent star Norma Desmond missing the beauty of silent cinema in Sunset Boulevard. Well, how about we didn't need multiplexes, we had movie palaces. That's Jack Tillmany's thoughts, put together in a beautifully illustrated book called Theaters of San Francisco. Welcome, Jack.
Thank you.
Now, you grew up in San Francisco and you saw some of these great movie theaters.
Oh, I went to most of them, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this was a real big movie theater town, right? Movie palaces.
Well, every town, large and small, was a movie theater town because everybody went to the movies.
Right.
You went once a week, twice a week, every day. Some people went every day if they were lucky.
Did you have some favorites in San Francisco?
Well, I was born and raised in the Richmond district, and those days you didn't have a car, so you walked to the movies. We went to the Star, well, the Four Star was the Star then, the Alexandria and the Balboa and the Coliseum. They were all within walking distance, and we'd hit them 2 or 3 times a week.
And we know what happened, right? The multiplexes came in.
Well, the multiplexes are the result of the economic situation. They're the result of the fact that only a small percentage of the adult population now goes to the movies with any frequency.
Right.
It's been quoted as low as 15% of the adult population.
Yet some people, are like the Balboa, the Castro, some people are still trying to keep that alive.
Yeah, and the people that go are very dedicated, and as you say, there are a lot of theaters that are definitely trying to keep the ball rolling.
What broke your heart? Because this is a really emotional book. You see these wonderful pictures of theaters, and a lot of people have come over to you today and said, you know, my grandfather used to work at this one, or we used to go to that one. What broke your heart? Well,
if you look at the Fox Theater, and then you turn the page, and there it is, crumbling to dust. If you can't, turning that page doesn't bring a tear to your eye, you're not human.
But why couldn't we fight? Why couldn't we fight to keep the Fox the way they did in L.A. for the Pantages and the Grauman's Chinese, you know, and the Egyptian? They fought to keep those kind of movie palaces.
Yeah, the general consensus of opinion is if the Fox had lasted 2 more years, it would be here today.
Because we would have been able to organize.
At that time, the thinking was not what the thinking is now. People weren't preservation-minded.
Right.
It was an era of planned obsolescence. The Fox was 33 years old. It was old, obsolete, an icon of another era that had no place in the modern world of 1962.
But what's great is reading your book, you can go back to the time when people used to dress to go to the movies. Marty and Isabel was saying people would dress up. It was an experience. What are some of the really elegant things that happened connected with movie theaters back then?
Well, when you went down, just going downtown, you hear this all the time.
On Market Street?
Market Street. People dressed up to go downtown. That all ended 50 years ago.
Right.
So you'd go downtown, you'd have dinner at maybe a fancy restaurant, just a nice restaurant. You'd go to a movie, go to a sneak preview at the RKO Golden Gate. They would have personal appearances by the people appearing in the films.
Who were some of the stars who showed up?
Well, Frank Sinatra. We went to the Golden Gate one time. Desi Arnaz and his orchestra were appearing on the stage.
And then they'd show the movie.
And then they'd show the movie.
Probably 2 movies and a newsreel.
Well, yeah. Well, no, at the Golden Gate it would be a feature plus the stage show plus a second feature plus a newsreel and the cartoon.
Yeah.
All for 50 cents or 55 cents.
Right. So it's great to kind of relive it all. Here's a picture of what's this, Jack? Oh, this is the Golden Gate. Yeah, there it is.
The 30s.
Where now I'm going to go tomorrow night and see White Christmas. So now they do legitimate. At least they kept that place.
Yeah, well, and preserved
and
it.
the beauty of these old theaters, the gorgeous way they were built. Really, it was a time of palaces, and it was a time of some great movies. So thank you, Jack. And the book is at bookstores and libraries. If you'd like to order this book, though, Theaters of San Francisco, here's the easiest way to do it. Just call Arcadia Publishing, 888-313-2665. And even though we're not going to see these come back, these theaters, you are going to one of the old great palaces, the Castro.
Tomorrow at the Castro, It's as close to recreating a time machine experience as you're going to get. The Castro was built in 1922. They're showing a 1922 film called Beyond the Rocks with Gloria Swanson and Rudolph Valentino.
And that has been out of circulation completely.
It was thought to be lost.
Right, and they're going to show it, and it's going to be beautiful on the big screen with the great Wurlitzer
Dennis
organ.
James.
And you're going to be there.
I'll be there signing the book afterwards.
Okay, that's great. And that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow
at the Castro.
afternoon at the Castro.
Be there, and thank you so much for making us realize how much we lost, but how much we had. Theaters of San Francisco. Thank you, Jack Tillmany. And back to you, Marty and Isabel.